It's official. September 2025 has crowned a new king, and his name is Jimin of BTS. The Korea Business Research Institute released its boy group member brand reputation rankings for September, and the results sent a ripple across the K-pop community. Out of hundreds of idols evaluated through big data analysis of consumer participation, media coverage, communication, and community awareness, Jimin secured the #1 spot with a brand reputation index of 5,390,371 points. What makes this achievement even more striking is the trajectory. Just last month, in August, Jimin had slipped to 4th place, leaving some fans worried about whether his reign as a brand powerhouse was fading. But like the phoenix he is often compared to, Jimin soared back stronger, reclaiming the very top with a surge of 22.93% compared to his previous score. For ARMY, this wasn't just about numbers. It was about a message that even amid challenges, controversies, and shifting K-pop tides, Jimin's star continues to burn brighter than ever. But here's the real question. What fueled this sudden rise? Brand reputation rankings aren't decided by luck. They're the product of millions of digital footprints, mentions on social media, search engine spikes, trending hashtags, and media coverage that refuses to let go of a story. For Jimin, September 2025 became a perfect storm of influence. When Jimin stepped out with freshly dyed blonde hair, ARMY knew the internet was about to erupt. Within hours, blonde Jimin became a global trending topic on X, formerly Twitter, topping trends not just in Seoul, but also in New York, Tokyo, Jakarta, and Sao Paulo. Fans speculated endlessly. Was this a hint at a new solo project? Was it connected to BTS's rumored 2026 comeback album? Or was it simply Jimin being, well, Jimin, an artist who can cause cultural waves just by changing his hair? Regardless of the answer, one thing was undeniable. The blonde transformation boosted his digital presence like wildfire, feeding directly into the reputation index. September also coincided with the MTV Video Music Awards 2025. While BTS as a group wasn't heavily represented, Jimin's solo track, Who, landed a nomination in the Best K-pop Song category. Even though he didn't attend the ceremony in person, the nomination alone sparked a surge in online discussions, media coverage, and fan campaigns. Hashtags like Vote for Jimin and Who Deserves It flooded platforms, ensuring his name remained visible and dominant in the entertainment conversation throughout the month. According to the Korea Business Research Institute, the top terms associated with Jimin in September's data were Billboard chart, Who, and Spotify. This shows just how global his footprint is, not limited to Korean media, but deeply embedded in international music discourse. Fans were streaming his tracks relentlessly, especially with anniversaries of Filter and Like Crazy being celebrated by fandom streaming projects. The results? Jimin didn't just climb charts, he climbed conversations. For ARMY, every brand reputation ranking feels like more than statistics. It feels like recognition. And when Jimin's return to #1 was announced, the fandom mobilized in celebration. On Weverse, fans flooded the platform with congratulatory messages. No matter what happens, Jimin always shines the brightest. Our angel is back where he belongs, at the top. Numbers may rise and fall, but Jimin's impact is eternal. On X, hashtags like Jimin #1 again, hashtag Our Angel Jimin, and hashtag Congratulations Jimin trended in multiple countries. Fan bases organized global streaming marathons of his solo works, ensuring that his momentum didn't just stop with the announcement, but continued snowballing into the weeks ahead. In Latin America, digital billboards in Mexico City and Sao Paulo lit up with congratulatory messages. In Japan, fan cafes distributed limited edition banners celebrating his achievement. And in Seoul, fans were spotted outside HYBE headquarters holding placards that read, Jimin, always our #1. It was more than celebration. It was a reaffirmation of loyalty. No story about Jimin's September surge can be told without addressing the storm that surrounded him. Just weeks before the rankings were announced, Jimin found himself caught in the middle of renewed speculation about his personal life. Photos and videos circulated online claiming to show him alongside actress Song Dan. Old rumors of a romantic connection between the two resurfaced, fueling debates across Korean and international online communities. The situation escalated when some of the alleged content was uploaded and then quickly deleted, leading to suspicion and frenzy. For critics, it was ammunition. For fans, it was a violation. Armies were quick to defend Jimin, calling out the invasive nature of the so-called evidence. "This isn't news, it's stalking," one fan wrote on X. "How can people preach about respecting idols and then spread unverified, private content like this?" The irony wasn't lost on many. Just months earlier, the same actress was accused of overstepping boundaries by posting suggestive content that linked her to Jimin. Now, the tables had turned, and it was Jimin himself whose privacy was being scrutinized without consent. Despite the noise, the brand reputation results told a different story. They proved that while controversies may dominate headlines, they don't define careers. Jimin's score didn't just remain stable, it rose sharply. In fact, the positivity rate in his sentiment analysis hit 91.27%, meaning the overwhelming majority of online discussions surrounding his name carried supportive or admiring tones. For Jimin, this wasn't just about topping a chart, it was about showing resilience in the face of scrutiny. The timing of Jimin's return to the top spot couldn't be more significant. BTS is currently standing at a historic crossroads. With all members now discharged from military service, the world is holding its breath for their grand reunion. The group has already hinted at a new album and a global tour set for 2026, marking their first major project as Seven since 2022. Industry analysts believe Jimin's #1 ranking will play a crucial role in shaping public perception of the comeback. As one cultural critic noted in Seoul's Mail Business News, when a member of BTS dominates individual brand reputation, it lifts the group as a whole. Jimin's rise is not just his own, it's a spotlight that shines back on BTS's anticipated return. With his name dominating September's media cycle, the group's brand has effectively received free promotion. It keeps BTS in conversation even when they've been silent. Jimin's solo career has been one of the most successful among BTS members, from breaking Spotify records with Like Crazy to landing luxury fashion endorsements. He has carved out a unique identity outside the group. Now, his dominance as an individual brand can seamlessly transition into group activities. Fans speculate that HYB may use Jimin as the face of BTS's comeback promotions, given his unmatched momentum. If that happens, September's ranking could be remembered as the spark that lit the comeback flame. To understand why Jimin's ranking #1 matters so deeply, one has to look beyond music charts. Jimin isn't just a singer. He's a symbol. From his ambassadorship with Dior to his appearances at global fashion weeks, Jimin embodies the intersection of K-pop and haute couture. Every public appearance generates headlines, not just in entertainment outlets, but in fashion magazines like Vogue, Elle, and Harper's Bazaar. When he dyed his hair blonde, it wasn't just a style change. It was cultural currency. It dictated trends across Asia, with salons reporting an uptick in customers asking for the Jimin blonde. Academics in South Korea have often highlighted Jimin as a case study in Hallyu's global reach. His performances, particularly Filter and Serendipity, are frequently cited in university lectures discussing how K-pop functions as soft power, an export of national culture through artistry. September's ranking, then, is not just a personal victory. It's another data point in the argument that Jimin isn't merely an idol, he's an ambassador of Korean culture on the world stage. With October around the corner, one question looms. Will Jimin maintain his top spot? Brand reputation rankings are notoriously volatile. A single viral moment can launch an idol to the top, while a quiet month can see them tumble. But for Jimin, momentum seems to be on his side. Fans are speculating that HYB may drop teasers for BTS's comeback before year's end, possibly using Jimin as the leading face. If that happens, his October ranking could see another surge, perhaps even surpassing his September score. And then there's the possibility of new solo work. Whispers in the fandom suggest Jimin may have recorded tracks during his hiatus, ready to be released either as part of BTS's album or as a surprise solo project. If true, the world may not have seen the peak of Jimin's influence just yet.